Hello everyone, in today's episode of Neuro-otology series I would like to discuss who can treat Persistent Postural Perceptual Dizziness PPPD. If you've been diagnosed with PPPD and are wondering who will treat me, this video is just for you. Who is qualified to treat PPPD? Could it be a neurologist, an otolaryngologist, ENT, an audiologist, a vestibular therapist, a psychologist, or perhaps psychiatrist? Today let's dive into this important topic. PPPD is a common condition that affects many people worldwide and is categorized as a functional disorder. This means that there is a kind of error in the brain that interprets surrounding stimuli in an unusual way, leading to distorted reactions. Essentially, the brain processes the stimuli it receives from various senses incorrectly, leading to symptoms associated with PPPD. The path to curing PPPD lies in neuroplasticity, which allows for the reorganization of brain function to prevent inadequate reactions to environmental situations. However, neuroplasticity isn't a drug that can be purchased at a pharmacy to passively resolve the issue. Many patients wish for a pill that could reconfigure brain activity to eliminate symptoms, but that remains just a fantasy. Patients must actively retrain their brains using neuroplasticity techniques to achieve this goal. While doctors can provide guidance and support, they cannot directly perform the neurological reorganization for their patients. For example, if someone has a problem with a vestibular condition requiring rehabilitation, a doctor will recommend treatment but won't complete rehabilitation process themselves. Instead, they will refer the patient to a rehabilitation therapist and supervise their progress. The same principle applies to neuroplasticity training. It is up to the individual to engage with the methods that work best for them, such as the Macmillan method or others. Ultimately, it is the patient's responsibility to put in the necessary work. Everyone has potential to recover, but the key is stop procrastination and start teaching the brain how to function properly. Neuroplasticity is fundamentally about the learning process. It enables the brain to learn how to respond appropriately to surrounding stimuli. To learn something new, one must first not know it. This idea applies to PPPD, where the brain has essentially forgotten how to function properly and must relearn that through neuroplasticity. This re-education is inherently a learning process. For example, if someone wants to learn how to ride a bike, they must physically get on the bike and practice maintaining their balance and moving forward. No one can do this for them. While a teacher can explain how to ride, they cannot physically learn the skill for the student. Similarly, when someone learns to drive, they must sit behind the steering wheel and practice driving themselves, even though an instructor may be present to offer guidance. It is impossible to learn to drive while simply sitting in the passenger seat. The same principle applies to PPPD. No doctor or therapist can passively guide someone through the learning process. It is essential for the learner to actively engage in their own journey. There is no alternative. During this process, the learner will inevitably make numerous mistakes, which is a natural part of the experience, just as everyone falls many times before learning to walk. The brain also makes errors while learning appropriately to surrounding stimuli. So, returning to the title question, who will treat me for my PPPD? It is you, as the most knowledgeable expert on your own brain issue. No doctor can better guide in actively addressing problems like PPPD and other functional disorders. Thank you for your watching and share your comments below.